So today I'm starting to rebuild my AT-AT Lego figurine. It got destroyed in our move up to Armidale, and I thought I'd just bring you along while I build it and possibly you can get to know me a bit better. So we start with our little dudes that are going to be inside the AT-AT, and they have all these little pieces. Oop. There's their little guns. They're so tiny and cute. So a lot of people say, why are you so fascinated with Lego at 37 years old? Or almost 37. And it's easy. It's a nostalgic thing. Like, I loved building Lego with my best mate when we were growing up, and he's still my best mate. And it was always fun, and now it's kind of like a relaxing thing. It quietens my mind and helps me keep my hands loose and gives me something to do with my hands that doesn't hurt so much. So that's one of the reasons why I love Lego. The other reason I love Lego is it's so flippin' cool. Like, you have all these little bits of block that you can build into something really awesome like this is going to be. And there's his little head, and then we put that on, and there we go. And it's just something really cool to do. Like I'm never going to be living in the Star Wars universe, so this is my little way of living in the Star Wars universe. I think that's kind of cool. So there's our first little dude. And as you can see, he's got a little grey thing there. And there's two ones that have the grey thing and one that has a white. I think he's like the commander or something. So now we move on to the next little grey dude. So we put his little, I have no other word for this but a skirt. So there we go, we put his skirt on. Another good thing about Lego is, as someone who has fibro and I don't get out a lot, I spend a lot of time at home due to the fibro, so it gives me something constructive to do, something to occupy my mind. So again, something that's just cool. Oops, I forgot to put his backpack on. And something that makes me feel like I've accomplished something. And I'm pretty much a nerdy geek person because I'm stuck at home. So I watch a lot of movies, I watch a lot of TV, I read a lot of books, I play a lot of video games. Mostly Lego because they're fun. Again, obsessed with Lego. I just love Lego. I can't... It's a part of my personality. So there's our second little soldier dude. So today we're building the undercarriage of the AT-AT. Normally I'll do this in my office, but one, it's really hot in my office and the fan that's in there makes an awful noise which makes videoing quite difficult. And two, the lighting sucks today. It sucks in here too, but it's better than in the office. It sucks today because I don't have proper filming lights. I'm saving up for them, and so I've got to use natural light, and it's very like overcast but sunny at the same time. So 1 minute it's overcast, 1 minute it's sunny. So this window is probably the best one that I can use because it's in our room and it's quiet. Blink. I was supposed to use those bits. See, this is why you need instructions, guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So it was just a little bit easier to work in here today, but normally I do this in my office where the lighting is a little bit better, but not much. But today it's just too hot. So this is where we're up to, guys. This is what we're doing, and so there they are. They're all finished. There's a little backpack done. Here we go. You could jet off. Yeah, okay. I'll behave now. So, this is the little commander. He's all in white. And I just put him on backwards because that's always fun. So he doesn't get a backpack, he just gets his head and his helmet. And his little gun. I also decided to film me doing this because, like, I talk to myself a lot. And this is a way for you guys to get to know me. I feel a bit weird doing voiceovers sometimes after the video's been done. I feel like it's very formal and very, oh yes, this is what we did, blah 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 blah. So I find that a little bit less getting to know me, whereas this could possibly, you guys could get to know me a bit better. I don't know. We'll give it a go. I have 7 packs of these to do for my AT-AT. So we'll see what happens. So what do I need next? Okay, so I need this dude. I need 4 of these dudes. Boop, boop, boop. So the way I've set this up, as you can kind of see, they're kind of in groups and that. I don't know if you can see that actually, because I can see it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it came through okay. But this is called knolling. You kind of set it up in your little way of doing things so that it's easy for you to find things when you do Lego. I don't always do that. Sometimes I just dump the bag on my bed and sort through. But I thought this would be quieter because there's not as many Lego bits running around for the video, so I thought I'd go this way. If you'd like to know how I knoll, feel free to comment and I will try to discuss how I knoll, but it's really quite, as far as I'm aware, personal. Like, Lego isn't really a competitive or team sport. It's kind of like a very individual, and that's another reason why I like it. It's a very solitary thing to do, unless you've got a really big piece of stuff to, like the Death Star. I've heard the Death Star, you should get people to help you do it. But I've never done the Death Star, so it is on my wish list. I really do want to do it because I love Star Wars and I love the Death Star, and I want to go on a holiday there. One day, maybe, hopefully. Would be cool. Can you imagine that? Like, seriously? Run around on the Death Star with a lightsaber and shit? That'd be really cool. Sorry, I swore. My bad. I'm gonna have to beep it. So, yeah, we're starting to build the chassis here of the I really want to go to the Death Star. Do you have noticed? So, yeah, my parents really loved Star Wars, and I remember when I think I was about 11 or 12, because my youngest brother Derek was quite little, and they re-released Star Wars, the original 3, so 4, 5 and 6, at the cinema, and so every week for 3 weeks we'd go as a family and go and watch it on the big screen, and it was fantastic. It was so much fun, and I've just always loved it, and it's part of my very big geek fandom that I'm involved in a lot of fandoms. I'm a brown coat, I'm a Trekkie, I'm a Star Wars fan, I'm a Potterhead, what else? I love the Hunger Games, I love Divergent, the books more than the movies on both those accounts. Although, I love Jennifer Lawrence and she played a really good Katniss. But, I just love geek. I love being able to let my imagination run wild, and I love reading because it's your brain, it's your imagination, it's how you see it. I love reading compared to movies because it's how you see that person rather than being told, this is what this person looks like. And I know that might be a very contentious point of view, but that's my point of view, and you don't have to agree with me. You do you, and I'll do me, and if everyone did that, I think the world might be a happier place, but that's just my opinion. So, yes, back to Lego. So I'm just getting the pieces together for the next section, which is like kind of the middle of the body. This is like where the trapdoor is that these guys come flying out of and stuff like that. So we got this piece, and yeah, and I've kind of tried to introduce that to my kids, having like an imagination or having fun with your brain, and Dakota has taken that to a different place than what I did, which is fine. Like, I love the fact that he's a bit different to me, and he's very into anime and that kind of thing, and he cosplays like anything. He looks fantastic in his cosplays, and I'm really happy that he has found an outlet for his creativity and his imagination. I don't understand anime. I really never got into it, apart from like Sailor Moon, and although I do love Hellsing Abridged, and that's fantastic. I love the fact that he's found his way of doing things, and through that he's found his tribe. Like he has a fantastic girlfriend, and she's lovely, and he's found some fantastic friends through cosplaying and stuff, and hopefully Stormy will be the same when she's a bit older. So we're hoping to take her to her first con either this year or next year, and see how she goes with that. And she's a bit more social than I am, so she probably will have a blast. But we'll just see what happens, and see if we can get down to Sydney, because now we are a bit further away for cons, so unfortunately, but we'll try and get down there, and it should be lots of fun. So I actually miss going to cons. I had a moment of oh man, I wish I still lived on the coast last night, because my brother went to Ailstorm in Sydney at the Metro, and I love Ailstorm. Ailstorm is a pirate metal band, and my brother introduced me to them, and we went to the last concert that they did here together, me, Dirk, my brother, and one of our best mates, Shani, and so it was kind of sad for him to go with other people, and I'm up here, and I really would have loved to have gone to it, but you know what, c'est la vie. I probably couldn't afford to go anyway at this point in my life, so maybe next time. So, but it's good. I can always listen to it. He actually Snapchatted me all night. He was the best little brother. He Snapchatted me all night, telling me what was going on, and he's just like, oh look, Snapchat. Oh look, it's Ailstorm. And I'm just like, oh god, I stayed up way too late waiting for those messages. And then Cody's going to Ninja Sex Party on Tuesday, and he's gonna send me some photos to that, because I would have loved to have gone to that too. I love Denny, and I think he's a riot. But again, like, we live up here now, so Cody actually texted me, or called me and said, oh, don't be jealous, but I'm going to go see Ninja Sex Party in February. And I'm like, oh, that sucks, but I'm really happy for you. Because he's a massive fan of them, so I'm really, really glad that he can go, even if I can't. And he's going with a bunch of mates, and so that'll be fun for him, and I hope he has a really, really good time, to be honest. Where does this go? Oh, I get it. It goes in there. Okay. So, as you can probably tell from the way I've been conversing, we all, well, me and Cody and Derek, Dirk as well, we all love metal. It's one of my favourite genres of music, along with rock and heavy rock and classical rock, and you kind of get the point. I like my rock and my metal, and that's how I do things, and that's fine. But people find it a bit weird, especially the nurse when I was giving birth to Stormy. She kept on asking me, are you sure this is what you want to listen to? And I kept saying, yes, I'm sure this is what I want to listen to. And in the end, she actually said to my sister, are you sure this is what she should be listening to? And my sister turned around and goes, I can't imagine her listening to anything else, to be honest. So, I find metal relaxing. I find it very relaxing, and there's actually studies that show that metal has the same kind of background beat or something like that as classical music, so it is quite relaxing. And I don't listen to it all day every day, but I listen to it a lot. especially when I'm travelling. I like listening to it while I'm driving, because there are some idiots on the road, and I don't like those idiots that are on the road, but I have to deal with those idiots on the road. And actually driving is a really good metaphor for just life in general, because, oh, wrong one, no, right one, wrong one, right one. Yeah, what was I saying? A good metaphor, because you could be doing your own thing, you could be plodding along, but it just takes one idiot, in a cement truck, in my case, to affect your life for a very long time. Like, I have permanent whiplash from a car accident. And because of that, my neck will always be sore, and I will always have neck pain and headaches and stuff like that, but you deal with it, and you move on. Now we gotta get this one. And let me stick this one on. Whoop. And, oh, come on. Get in there. Come on, there we go. Woohoo! And then we got the little base of our That'll be what it looks like later. So, I definitely need to do the next one. The next pack in the office, whether it's hot or not, because this light sucks. But I'll try and do what I can. So we need 2 of these ones, and we need 2 of these ones, and we need 1 of these ones. So, yeah, so pretty much big nerd, and I like that about me. So, I don't think I'll ever get rid of being a big nerd, because that's who I am. And I kind of got to the point in my life, like, you get to your mid-30s and you're just like, whatever, people don't like me, they can bugger off. And, well, at least for me, because I'm being judged a lot in my life, and yeah, they can just pretty much, yeah, bugger off, because they don't pay my bills, and they don't live my life, and it's all fun and games until someone criticises you. And yeah, so as long as my kids are safe and me and my hubby are happy, then I'm happy. You get me? And my kid, especially my oldest, because Stormy's only not even 2, so you can't really tell what's going on in her brain, but Cody, he's smashing it, man. He's doing so good. I'm so proud of him. He's a very gentle man, but he doesn't take anyone's crap, which is great at 17, to be able to differentiate between taking someone's crap and who's your friends and who aren't your friends. And I believe he's doing a fantastic job of that. And he's got, as I said, an awesome girlfriend. He's decided to go back and study to get what he wants, and that's all I've really ever wanted for him, is for him to be happy, and he is, and he's, yeah, just smashing it. He's just an awesome human being, and I'm just so proud of him. And did I do something? Oh, I did do something wrong. I'm a silly, well, I am actually, that's my nickname. So, and so that's all fun and games. And at the moment we're waiting for Dirk's PhD to be marked, and he's waiting anxiously so that we can sort out our trip to Newcastle in April for Dakota's 18th. I cannot believe my baby's 18, like, seriously, I feel too young to have a baby who's 18. I really, really do. He's not allowed to be 18. It's against the law. Well, actually it's not, but I wish it was. I wish he wouldn't grow up. I wish he'd stay my baby forever, but that's not going to happen, I don't think, because he's growing up, and as I said, he's got his girlfriend, he's got his own life to live, but we're going down to Newcastle in April for his birthday, and we're gonna see what mischief we can get up to, because my boy is a square. he's like me, but he's not like me. He's doesn't have as much rebelliousness in him as I did at his age, so. And he tells me off quite frequently for being immature or not acting my age, which is quite funny when you're getting told off by a 17-year-old. And then it's just quite funny, to be honest. I find it hilarious to be told off by my 18-year-old. And it was quite funny when we were like, I'm like for his 18th, oh yeah, we'll go on a pub crawl, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that. And he's like, Mum, no, I just want to have dinner and chill with my friends. And I'm like, oh my god, what a square. But I also love him to death, and I understand that he doesn't want to have a big party because he's not a big people person, and that's fine. We're gonna have a party where we have all of our parties, where we had Stormy's first birthday, where we had her baby shower, where we had our engagement party, where Dirk actually proposed to me. So it'll be nice to go to Newcastle and see all our mates and see Cody, because I haven't seen him. At that point, I wouldn't have seen him for about 4 or 5 months. 4 months. 4 months. So like a third of a year, I haven't seen my kid, and I don't care how old your kids get, you miss them, and that's the deal of it. Like, I'm sure Dirk's mum misses him, and I'm sure my dad misses me. Doesn't miss all the noise and mess we make, probably, but they miss us in general, I'm sure. Well, I'd like to tell myself that. So, but he's got to live his life, and I've got to live my life, and he's all growing up, and I'm having a hard time getting used to that, and I think that's pretty normal too. So I'm pretty sure that's what my dad said, that it's normal. And he's gone through 4 of us leaving home, so I'm fairly sure he'd know what's normal. Maybe, I don't know. He might not know what's normal. He could just pretend that he knows what's normal and be winging it like the rest of us. But you kind of look at your parents sometimes, and I'm not sure if Cody does, but you kind of look at your parents sometimes and you go, wow, they've got their stuff together. I'm fairly sure Cody doesn't think that of me, but I think that of my dad. And you're like, oh wow, they've got their crap together. How do they do that? And I'm sure they have not a clue either, to be honest. But we like to hope that they do. And yes, I do ramble. I am a rambler. So if you don't like it, you can always stop watching. So that's fine too. So we've got the trapdoor on now. Oops. So the trapdoor door goes whoop 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 whoop. Oh, you probably will notice this won't get edited all that much. It'll just go up, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you know where the unsubscribe button is, or the stop watching video button is, which is perfectly fine with me. I know this stuff isn't everybody's cup of tea, but this is me and my life, and this is what I do. And maybe this might give someone else an idea of what to do. Oh, I think I put that in the wrong spot. Yes, I did. This might give somebody else an idea of, oh, I have fibro, she has fibro, she builds this awesome stuff. Yes, they're not really my designs or anything, but it's kind of good for someone with fibro not to have to think about the next step. They can just think about, oh yeah, this is what I have to do. There it is. This is what I have to do. All I've got to do is do that, and then like the next steps set out for them. Like, I find that really good. That's another reason why I like doing Lego, is that I don't have to think about it. I can just go, oh yeah, that's the next step. Here we go. That's awesome. And I can get something really cool. Oh, woot. So that works. See? You pull this and then woohoo! And then you shut it. And then woohoo! And then you shut it. So, but you get this feeling of accomplishment that you've done something at the same time. So, it's funky. I like it. So I need one of these, and I need one of these. And it's calming. I don't have to think about anything. This is my time. Stormy's out watching Netflix with Daddy, and I'm doing this, so it's calming for me, and I can relax and have some chill time, which is always welcome. I don't get a lot of chill time. That's why I tape a lot. Like, that's why I started doing this. I started doing YouTube so that I could tape and spend some me time, and which is not always easy when you have a toddler. And I'm sure all the other mums are going, yep, I get ya. And this is just my way of doing it. Some people go and get their nails done. Some people go and get their hair done. Whoa! Oops, I dropped it. Give me a sec. I have really cool toes for this. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, some people get their makeup done, which I like doing at home. Some people get their hair done. I do that at home. Some people like going and getting the nails done. I used to love doing that, but we just don't have the money anymore because I haven't done my nails for a very long time, actually, because we don't have the money, and that's okay. So I had all these Lego sets from when I did have money, and when I was living with my ex, and my ex packed all my stuff up into the storage container when I left, and he decided that it would be funny to put all my Lego, oh no, that's not where it goes, that's where it goes, to put all my Lego smashed up into the storage container. And so all my Lord of the Rings Lego, all that is destroyed basically, and so I have to redo it all. And so I thought, what better time? Like, really, it's an opportunity. It is an opportunity that I have to redo my Lego sets, and to make sure that, like, you know, when you've got them for a while, especially when they were in storage, they got dirty and stuff. So this one not so much, because this one only got destroyed when we moved, and that was a complete accident. Dirk accidentally knocked it off our bookshelf. But the other ones, they need to be cleaned and everything, so I'm like, what a perfect opportunity to sit down and have some time on camera. My kids can watch this when they're older if they want. People can see that there's other people just like them maybe, and whatnot. But, like, you don't know until you do it, and so I may as well do it. I find it enjoying, and enjoying? Is that even a word? I find enjoyment from it, is what I should have said. And someone else might be like, oh, that's cool, I never thought of that, or that's an interesting way of looking at things, or that might help my fibro, or I don't have any time to myself, so this might be a nice way for me to spend some time to myself once in a while. You know, like, you never know until you try, and so I'm just like, oh well, I may as well have a whirl, and if people don't like it, then people don't like it, but I'm still gonna do it, and so I may as well try to help someone while I'm at it. And you just get to see some cool Lego being put together. Like, that's always awesome. I like Lego, as I said. I am obsessed with Lego. I play the Lego games because it helps me with my, I have some mental stuff going on, and one of them is that I get frustrated and I take my frustration out on my Lego games. I go around and beat up things and I get rewarded with money, so it's great. And it's a very healthy way of doing it, and my psychologist agrees with me, so that's always fun. And then, yeah, so there's nothing to be ashamed about going and seeing a psychologist or anything like that. It's always good to get help if you need it. And this also gives me a relaxing from school. So, like, school can be a bit hectic with learning about death and serial killers when it comes to me, because I'm doing criminology. Don't anyone think that I'm a killer or anything like that. But it gets a bit much, and so this is quite a way for me to get my mind off that as well, which is nice and fun. So, oh, we're almost finished with this pack. Okay, what's next? Oh, did I miss a bit? Maybe. Got some extra bits, dudes, and I don't know where they're from. Maybe I just grabbed some extra bits when I was getting them out of the packet. But here we are. This is the end of the first part of this series. So this is what we're up to at the moment. We've got the chassis, and we got all our little boots. So we'll continue this next time. Alright, bye guys.